Well, that was Keith's attempt at a joke, but I think that we've got a few better ones coming up with our next guests, because it takes creativity, dedication and a thick skin. But what life is like for a stand-up comedian, we'll be finding out.
Yeah, Stand Up the Musical aims to give the audience a glimpse behind the scenes, following comedians as they compete for the limelight and try to make sure that there are a few laughs along the way. It's a new show. It stars the comedian Billy Pearce and the actor Darren Day. Actor, singer, now comedian Darren. Another string to your bow,
well,
I guess.
I'm not sure my jokes would be any better than that, but...
But it's a musical, this, is it?
Yes, it's a musical. It's the first time that the world of stand-up and musical theatre have ever been brought together in this way. You know, it's a great show, isn't it? And we've been in rehearsals for the last week, and obviously what's very exciting is if you're going to do something that's already an established piece, then you kind of know how it's going to go, you know where the laughs are, you know where the applause is going to come. But with something that's new, it's all kind of, it's very exciting because you don't know how it's going to be received, and you're creating it from the beginning, aren't you, Bill? You know, and we're sort of creating something brand new, and it's very exciting.
And it's at the Floral Pavilion Theatre at New Brighton on the Wirral. So, Billy, that must be with respect, an unusual place to try something new with a view perhaps to taking it to the West End.
Well, absolutely. No, it's great for me to be involved in it. I'm normally just out on my own, you know. Normally what I do now is just go around shutting clubs for a living. I was on stage the other night, there were a fella on before me, it was that bad, they were still booing him while I were on.
That's what you thought?
Somebody rung me up the week and asked me to do a gig in a fire station. I thought that'd be different, and when I turned up it was a hoax. But anyway, no, it is great to be involved in this, obviously, and working with the people like Lionel Blair and Dean Sullivan. You know, there's a brilliant cast. So for me, it's a great thing, and it's all about. I play the part of the old comedian that's been around for donkey's years, that once did Royal Variety Show, and he's turned a bit bitter about show business. So really, there's no acting involved for me. It's absolutely perfect.
Typecast.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, it's brilliant to be part of it.
Go on, Sean.
I was going to say, it's about ups and downs, isn't it, in comedians' careers?
Absolutely.
That's one of the things the audience has got to look forward to in terms of the plot. But in terms of the gags, then, are you throwing those in as they come into your head? Because I know that you obviously love telling jokes. I mean, you can't stop, really, can you?
I love doing comedy, but this is a proper musical with a script, so there's not much at the moment for me to move about with it, apart from when I do my own little spots in the show. And I can do what I like then. But obviously, if you're on stage with somebody else, you've got to be careful not to change the script, because you can throw everything all out of kink.
Oh, of course, yeah.
You obviously have done musicals before, Darren. You were in Joseph, weren't you, back in the day?
I've done a few in my time.
Is the comedy thing a new thing for you? Is it a new challenge?
Very early in my career, I did some stand-up comedy, but I suppose that's the reason why I have absolutely...
musical theatre.
Yeah, I know, it's weird, isn't it? But that's why I have the utmost respect for stand-up comics, because it is a hard game, and as Billy said earlier, you're out there on your own. I play a guy who is a terrible man, you know. For many years, you know, I made a career out of playing the romantic leads and the nice guy kind of roles, and since I've got in my 40s, the villainous roles have come my way, and I did Hollyoaks for quite a while, playing an East End villain called Danny Houston, and I think that was what gave me a taste for the bad guys. This guy that I'm playing has absolutely no redeeming features whatsoever. He's a Saturday night TV host who isn't very good, really, at what he does. He steals all the other comics' gags, but he plays the game, and he's popular with the audience at home. But he's a terrible man, but it's so much more fun playing those roles, you know, playing the bad guys.
And sometimes the bad guys, they are the better parts, if you like. They're certainly the strong characters. I mean, do you enjoy playing a bad guy then, for change?
Yeah, I absolutely love it. But I mean, he's almost like a panto villain, because he's just out and out bad. Like I said, there are no he doesn't redeem himself at all. There's going to be no sympathy for me whatsoever from the audience.
And I mean this with the greatest of respect, but is it in a way like almost like a flip side, you know, converse of your life? You know, because you were in the papers a lot when you were playing all these romantic leads and everything else, and yet now, you know, you settle down, family, everything else, and yet now you're playing a baddie.
Yeah, and I think that's the reason why I sort of kind of embrace the baddie now on stage and screen, because, you know, that tabloid image of me is way behind me. I'm happily married, you know, I have 4 children, and I'm...
That he knows of.
In this area.
I used to have a pushback, didn't you?
do you regret the old the older you, so to speak?
Certain things I regret, but you know, in life, you know what you are, what I feel where I'm at now is because of the journey that I've been on, and maybe I wouldn't be where I'm at now had it not been for what I've done. I'm very lucky, you know. I've got a fantastic family. I'm being offered some great roles. I go into a show called The Spelling Bee. I have to get this right. It's the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee. It's a Tony Award-winning show.
Yeah, that's next for you.
And I'll go straight on tour with that after this. It's the first UK tour of the show, and I'm very lucky, you know. Both of us, you know, Billy and I worked together in 1994 for the first time, and we're both still here. You know, we're both still working. And you know, Billy is.
If I'd have known I was going to live this long, I'd have looked after myself better.
This guy is one of the best stand-up comics that this country has ever produced, and he's fantastic in this show.
And Billy, for you, if this were to get picked up in the West End, what would that mean for you? I mean, presumably you two would be beating the door down to keep the parts.
Oh yeah. I don't even think about that, but it would be. Well, it'd be a feather in my cap, that would it be. I have done a lot of things in the past, so it would be great to be able to say I've done the West End.
Exactly. Well, you've done a variety, you've done panto, haven't you?
Yeah.
So this is a new challenge in a way.
And
What are you getting out of it?
Great singing voice. Great singing voice.
Oh no, I don't. Opera. Could be the next thing. You never know. You never know. It's lovely to meet you both. Thank you both very much indeed for coming in.
Thanks very much.
Lovely to meet you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Stay where you are a second.
Stay put though,
Yes.
while we tell people at home that Stand Up the Musical opens on September the 3rd. As I mentioned earlier, it's at the Floral Pavilion Theatre in New Brighton. That's on the Wirral. Are tickets still available, or is it sold out?
Yeah, no, there are
still tickets available.
That's why we're here.
Good, right, okay.
Best of luck with it. Nothing is but honest. Now, in a few moments, we'll be speaking to soul singing legend Ben E. King.
Yeah, first though, let's have a last quick look at what's happening where you are this morning.
Good morning. Even where some of you have started the day with some